readers, welcome to my YouTube channel, Fictional World, Romantic English Novel That is My Love, episode number 2, written by Aksa. Let's start, guys. Don't forget that you are my wife, you are my personal property, and I have the right to touch you wherever I want. Then, when I come near you, why do you come near to that crying and pleading which prevent me from receiving my right? Why? He put his hand on the glass wall. Huram closed her eyes. Do you still remember this beautiful man? Or do you still want to go to him? Or do you also want a beautiful man? He was staring at her face with his evil eyes. At the sound of his words, Huram opened his eyes and said, I don't want to go anywhere. There is nothing in my heart. I am just scared of you. I don't want to leave you. The Huram could bear all, but not a single word on her character. She could bear all, and she could not bear the name of this dirty person attached to her name, because of which he had become untrustworthy and a pure-hearted man like the times had become the most loving man. Really? You don't want to leave me? You want to be a faithful woman to me forever? Please believe me. I want to be a good wife and always be with you. All my love is just for you. How to make sure she's faithful to him? Living Zaman was that for Huram. You want to stay with me for the rest of your life, be my good wife, and claim to be faithful, but you can't bear to be touched by your husband twice. He started at her face and was angry. I am scared with you strong. You don't touch me, rather. They poured their heartbeat on my face, and I would die. She cried again, trying to reassure him. As soon as she saw his face, tears rolled down her cheeks. His whole face was covered with the redness of his lips. He turned away from Huram's face and stood up. How could such a miracle happen to his face? How could he turn back until he left his own scars on his face? My mood is good, saying good luck. He went to the washroom, and Huram prayed in his heart to God that his mood would always be good and my face would be safe. Zaman's Corolla was on its way. Huram was looking out the window of the car at the car passing by, turning away from Zaman. She could only watch until her heart was filled with this work. She turned her neck and looked at Zaman sitting in the driving seat with furtive eyes. At that time, he was wearing black jeans and a black shirt and black sunglasses and was driving with a serious look on his face as usual. Despite this serious and stern look, that Hitler seemed very nice to her. But when will this Hitler change? She thought, and then she turned her head and started looking out of the car window. Zaman turned his neck slightly and saw this beautiful girl whose head was rolling up the seat and she was asleep. At that time, she looked very innocent. A crazy girl does this one thing very well. When you look at her, she looked so innocent, eyes sleeping that Zaman, helpless. while driving with one hand, lovingly rubbed the other hand on her pink cheeks. Her cheeks were like piece of soft cotton. Zaman had said, "Feel the softness of her pink cheeks, fairy cheeks with lips." But he controlled himself, removed his hand from her cheeks, and focused all his attention on driving. Amma Jan, Lala, and Huram are come. As soon as their car entered the mansion, Ira started making noise in the whole house. She had been waiting for them anxiously for a long time. Due to Ira's noise, the whole family started gathering. Lala came and was eager to hug her Lala swing, but her Lala had changed a lot from where she had been before. Assalamu alaikum, Ira, how are you? He smiled or patted her head affectionately. Walaikum assalam, Lala, how are you? I responding to the greeting, she said with a faint smile. Once she used to be this tall for his Lala, and now she was just Ira. How did a smile come to her face after meeting her sister? Today, she had started noticing every detail of this joke. She was still looking at him, his smiling face, but slanted eyes. You are welcome. Ira left her brother and hugged her bestie tightly. I can't tell you how much I missed you. Both of them were very happy to meet each other and were dancing with happiness. Sitting in the middle of everyone in the hall, and there seemed to be a prince, the sole heir of this house. He had received so much love since childhood that he considered himself a prince. But an accident in life had brought him to such a reality. He had become a cruel person. He had serious even before, but the first seriousness includes softness, and the current seriousness includes harshness. Puram, on the other hand, my daughter Amma Jan did not spread her wings as soon as she saw him, and she ran and hugged him. Huram does not feel any fear of Amma Jan, except of Ira. Amma Jan was a kind woman, but Zaman's mother and auntie, especially her mother, were very afraid of her. What kind of appearance? How much made Huram? Who will say that you are the only daughter-in-law of this mansion? Amma was deeply attached to her thoughts that Zaman's mother had thrown her out of the world of thoughts. What happened? She was afraid and immediately sat up straight and looked at herself from head to toe. The suit she was wearing was stylish, of a dark color. She had also applied lipstick at the time. Maybe it had faded. She checked her lips by putting her fingers on her lips. There was a pink color on her fingertips. Is it lipstick? Then what? Oh yeah. She did not apply mascara or anything. Along with her mother, everyone was noticed her movement. Sometimes she was looking at her clothes. Sometimes she was touching her face. Maji gritted her teeth. Zaman looked at her mobile phone, looking indifferent to it. He was well aware of Urum's foolish action. Meanwhile, Ira and Amma Jan smiled at each other. The meaning of Babi's words are these. Why did not you wear any jewelry and makeup? Maji said to Huram. Now you are the daughter-in-law of this mansion. How many people will come to see you? What will everyone think? Our daughter-in-law is so simple. Ira, go and prepare your bhabhi well. Come on, bhabhi. Let's make you a bride today so that your groom and husband will be happy. Saman, son, how long will you keep this accident on yourself? Looking at you both, it does not seem like you two are husband and wife. Your indifference and the intimidating manner of a prostitute. Why do you think that we both don't look like husband and wife? I have got married. I have brought her to my house in front of everyone. She has been kept with me. Then, what else is needed? At least I am not like without married to anyone. He said in a very bitter tone, high looking at the auntie sitting on the sofa with a cold look in his eyes. His complexion turned pale in an instant. Auntie, if you think that was an incident that can be easily called, that it was not like that. It was a betrayal. He stabbed me in the back with that dagger, and Zaman can never forgive or forget this betrayal. Speaking in a slow but fiery tone, not only was Zaman's voice harsh, but his face was also stern. Auntie bowed her head in shame. Her daughter had embarrassed her from the rest of her life. Zaman had included this nonsense in her life just to obey her on her word. But in one fell swoop, she had tarnished everyone's honor and left, and she has not been able to meet Zaman's lies of the rest of her life. Auntie, why are you ashamed? It is not your fault. Forgive me, my child. I am your fault. I forced you to adopt this unfortunate person. Forgive your aunt. My child, why are you crying for this unfortunate person? Mother, sitting next to her, with his back, her own eyes were also moist. Auntie cried like this for the last time today. Don't cry in the future. She is gone, and I had already told her that now there will be no mention of her in this house. Zaman saw his mother's eyes getting moist and reprimanded her very sternly. We will not cry. We will never mention her when you accept your married life completely. Mother string next to her said softly, looking at her face, why do you people think that I have not been able to accept this marriage? It is nothing like that. I have accepted everything. You explain to your daughter-in-law. Auntie and mother saw each other's appearance. She looked like a princess in a red color frock with gold colored lace trim. Her hands were adorned with gold bangles. Her ears were sparkling with sparkling earrings. Her face was covered in the magic of makeup, and as usual, her golden hair were hanging from her long hair, dangling over her face and neck. She was coming in with a tray of food, terrified by the deep gaze of Zaman on her. I have been waiting for you for so long, and now you have the opportunity to come to the bedroom by taking the trouble of walking. Huram quickly raised her head and saw him shirtless. His broad chest and arms were like a thorn in front of her. Now stand up, eat, and after that, make up coffee for me. Bring it to me. Sitting on the bed, passing a cigarette into her mouth. I saw Huram making a face at her son. I saw already eaten. Ira nodded her head with great innocence and informed her. Yes, you know what kind of wives are there whose husbands do not let a single bite go without food. And here the first thing is to eat. Now I have brought it for you, eat it. Then your drama started. How many times have you said that you will become a good wife? Do not act like a drama. And why did you bring it? I told you to bring food. Saman's face did not have any expression. No, Amma Jan had said a good wife does not let her husband sleep hungry. So how I can't I let you sleep hungry? She said in one breath and feel relaxed. Amma Jan had taught her a lesson. She took a deep breath and calmed herself down. Amma Jan did not tell her that good wives take care of their husband every night you make me sleep hungry. I never complained. Today the faint smile on her lips disappeared. After showing it simple, now don't say that. The sleep after having dinner every day. They ate with me every day. Then why is everyone blaming me today? The man sitting on the bed shook his head sadly. I am not hungry. Take this food. If you want to eat it yourself, eat it. He would soften as his eyes would water on the conversation. Even now he spoke softly and focused all his attention on the cigarette. Ongoing. So how did you like today episodes? If you like the video, then like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.